Creating a web app in the Azure console is really quite simple, but there is a couple of things we need to set up before we do this. So in the Azure console here, if we go to App Service Plans on the left-hand side here, or if you don't see it, you can go up to All Services and search for it there. So if I go into App Service Plans, we need to first create a new App Service Plan for our web app. So I'm going to click on Add at the top here and just fill in the details of the plan that we want to create. So going to select a resource group for it, and I'm going to select the operating system here, which we've either got Windows or Linux. I'm going to leave that as Windows. I'm going to select the region where it's based. I'm going to select West Europe, and then click on the pricing tier at the bottom here. Now you'll see under the pricing tier, we've got dev, test, production, and isolated along the top. These are the different levels of plans and pricing that you can have. For this one, I'm going to create a simple D1 shared infrastructure here, and then click on Apply. And that's all we need to do to create the app service plan. So if we click on Create, this will take a couple of moments to create the plan. And once it's created, if we click on Refresh, we should see it appear in the list. So now that we've got our app service plan, we need to go to App Services on the left here and create our web app or our app service. So we click on Add at the top, and in the marketplace, we need to click on Web App, which tends to be in the top left-hand corner here conveniently. And we get a page with some of the details and some support links and documentation, etc. If we just click on Create at the bottom and then give it the details for the web app. The name here needs to be unique globally because it's going to go under the .azurewebsites.net domain name. And I'm going to select a resource group. I had one already called Demo Web App. Again, I'm going to select the OS, and I'm going to leave that as Windows, and I'm going to select the code as the publish method. And now we get to choose our app service plan here. So if I click on that, actually it's already selected, the top one in the list, but we want the demo app service plan down the bottom here. And finally, we've got a choice for application insights and whether we want to turn that on, but I'm going to leave that as default for now. So we go to Create. So the validation is successful, and that app service will be created in the background. Now that that's created, if we go back to App Services on the left-hand side here, we now see our new demo web app in the list. So if we click on that, we can see all of the details and all of the configuration options that are available to us. And in the top right-hand corner here, we've got the URL for the web app. So if we click on that, we now have the default page for our web app. So another thing we can do that in the configuration here is if we go to Get Published Profile, this will download a small configuration file that we can use to connect to our web app. So if we look at our configuration file here, we'll see that we've got things like the destination URL and the username and the password that we need to connect with. So if we go to our favorite FTP browser, and we can use our connection settings here for the username and the password and the FTP site in order to connect to our website. So on the right hand side here, we've now got the directory structure for our website. So if I go into site, we've got a www root, which is where our site is hosted. Thanks for watching.